Hello guys, welcome to another week, a fresh month. All right, today is 1st of July on a Monday. How good it is, right? For those people that always say, I want to start something different on next Monday or next month, you got both together in one, all right? So you got the 1st of July and you got the Monday right there to start trading, to start studying about trading, to start doing some exercises, to start doing something new that you always procrastinate about that thing that you say that you're going to start something new, different, blah, blah. So today is the day. Guys, before we start, I would highly appreciate if you can just leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any feedbacks, please just put down in the comments below. And I will be reading those comments once I have some time here on the trading floor. Now, the week ahead is pretty busy, all right? We already starting the week Monday today with some PMIs. I'm gonna go over all the economic calendar here, but I wanna note down something that is happening on the market. So today, this morning, I was driving to the office, and then I was like, okay, it's already 7 a.m. The market has opened. Let me check. Since I've opened my MetaTrader, I saw a huge gap on euro dollar. All right, let me check the pricing. Right now, euro dollar is trading at 107.56. Previously, this morning, well, let's start like that. On Friday, the market closed on 107.225, and on Monday today, the market opened on 107.440. So that is a pretty much 200 or 20 pips of a gap on euro dollar. That is quite a bit, okay? There is quite a bit. It's a very nuanced gap. And the reason is, if you are not on my Telegram, I've been updating some contents on my Telegram. And this morning I was like, look guys, euro dollar just opened up with nearly 0.2% of a gap. All right, if you want to talk about percentages, we can put in percentage as well. 20 pips is equal to 0.2% pretty much on euro dollar. And the euro has strengthened on the weekend. All right, and of course, it's because of the political instances, it's because of the France elections and so on going on over there. So when we looked at it in for France on 2 weeks ago, the whole political phase was giving euro a little bit of a down push, and it wasn't too good for Europe. All right. In January, investors were looking at it as, okay, this is a bit dangerous, so we're not going to put the money there. Therefore, euro dollar was sort of in a range, because most of the investors were waiting for what just happened yesterday on Sunday in France, and the reason is because the whole market was consolidated, as we were saying. The euro dollar was consolidating. If we put the chart, let's say in 4 hours, the range between pretty much 107.5 to 106.69, that was consolidated. Okay, now we are trying to push it harder. Okay, we're trying to break this resistance, as some people like to call resistance, so then we can go a bit above. Okay, so the euro has strengthened up on the Asian session after the weekend due to political developments in France. This is what I've just posted on my Telegram, okay? So Marine Le Pen's, right, that's her name, national reality performed strongly in the first round of legislative elections, raising concerns about the potential for a fair majority. However, subsequent projections suggested that while Le Pen's party had a significant lead, achieving an absolute majority in the next round was uncertain. So yes, the right side is taking the lead, but still it's nothing 100% yet. All right. I'm not too sure about that, but it's between 35 to 36. So it's still, last year I think they won from 36, and this year they are on 35. So they still, or last year they won on 36, and this year they're on 35. I can't remember pretty well the numbers, but they are one number below. So we need one more vote from inside of the parliament, so then it can get elected. But it's not that easy, okay? It's not that easy, and this is why investors are cautious and taking a step back, all right? When you are uncertain of something, you just don't do it, all right? So this is exactly the same approach I'm taking right now, and I'm waiting for a response. And don't forget, guys, this is a very busy week ahead of us, all right? So we already started on Sunday with the elections on France, all right, Le Pen's, and as well, we're going to have at 10 o'clock tonight the German CPI. 6 p.m. we're going to have manufacturing PMI, and well, it says 5:55. So I'm guessing 5:55, but let's say 6 p.m. already again. We're going to have German manufacturing PMI. All of those manufacturing for German and for Europe, they are expected to have a bit of a cool down, okay? So the consensus for the German manufacturing PMI is at 43.4, and the previous was 45.4. And the manufacturing PMI for Eurozone is consensus 45.6, and the previous was 47.3. So we are expecting a little bit of a cool down into into the Euro area manufacturing PMI, okay? German CPI is expected to have a little bit of a rise on the month-over-month, but a decline on the year-over-year, right? So month-over-month expected 0.2%, and the previous was 0.1%. Now, for the year-over-year, the previous was 2.4%, and the consensus is at 2.3%. And we're going to have the big boy manufacturing PMI and for USA, and just follow it that ISM manufacturing PMI as well. Both of them pretty close to midnight, so 11:45, and then the ISM manufacturing PMI midnight. So they are expected to have a little tick up. So consensus for manufacturing PMI on US is at 51.7, coming from the previous of 51.3, so 0.4, a little bit higher. And ISM manufacturing PMI is expected to have 49.2 from the previous of 48.7. Okay, so yes, we are expecting, you know, the market is expecting a little bit of strength coming from US still, and a bit of a downgrade on the PMIs for Eurozone. What do I think? Okay, so this week pretty much I will be collecting data. Okay, I will be collecting most of the data I can. The majority of the data I can, I will be collecting it. Because in these circumstances of the market that we have right now, it's very hard for you to take a decision like, okay, this is it. I'm going to, you know, risk my capital towards that investment, and I'm going to go full on this. So it's not, and we need to just take care. All right, that's the only thing. Use proper risk management, calculate your percentage of the equity, and how you're going to trade this, you know, representing on the market on different asset classes. Maybe you were hedging a risk. It would just depend on your strategy. Okay, moving ahead to Tuesday, we're going to have RBA meeting minutes at 11:30 a.m. and then we're going to have retail sales again 11:30 a.m. month over month. We don't have consensus for retail sales on Australia. We're going to have a 7 p.m. core CPI, year over year and month over month for Europe. All right, expected to have a bit of a downgrade. I'm not surprised if it comes a bit higher, okay, than 2.5. That's what the CPI year over year is expecting to be from June last year to June this year. So if they are expecting 2.5%, so that means, let me do a quick maths. So 0.20% increase on the inflation. 0.20% times 2.4, wasn't it? So that's a 0.5 inflation on the month of June. I'm not saying that can, happen, but probably it will be a little bit higher than what they are expecting, okay? Or even 2.5, okay? Now, moving ahead for Wednesday, we're going to have services PMI for Australia at 9 a.m. Consensus very bad, okay, coming at 50.6 and the previous was 52.5. And then at the night, we're going to have S&P Global Composite PMI and Services PMI then for Europe. Composite PMI and Services PMI for UK at 6:30 p.m. That's on Wednesday. And ADP non-farm employment change at 10:15 for US, of course. And then S&P Global Composite PMI and Services PMI at 11:45 p.m. on Wednesday. Moving ahead to Thursday, we're going to have FOMC meeting minutes. We're going to have imports and exports for Australia, and we're going to have construction PMI and Bank of England credit condition survey. And moving ahead for Friday, it's the big day. Of course, we're going to have the NFP, and we do have some other minor news, I would say, minor data. But I can disclose those data on the webinar, because tomorrow, Tuesday, is the webinar day. So if you're not yet registered, please do it. So just clicking at the description, and then you're going to have the register link for the webinar. You can click in there and you will be redirected to another page. You can wait a few seconds, put your name, your email, and we're going to send you the link for the Zoom for you to join tomorrow. That's going to be between 5 to 6 p.m. So make sure to grab your notebook, grab a juice, a water, and come watch us. And then if you have any question, you're more than welcome to type it on the chat, and I will be answering those questions live to you. All right, guys, I hope everyone have a good month ahead, have a good week ahead. And if you have any questions, any feedbacks, just please put down at the comments. And again, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and I see you tomorrow, or I see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.